All right, it's here. Apple's brand new iPhone 16 has officially landed, and we've been digging through all the specs and the first reviews to give you the real breakdown of what's actually new. It's the same question we ask ourselves every single September, right? A shiny new iPhone is here, but is it a real upgrade? Is this a genuine leap forward or just a minor refresh? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out. So, over the next few minutes, we're going to cover three main things: the price, that powerful new camera system, and maybe most importantly, who this phone is really for. Okay, first things first, let's get the dates out of the way. It was announced on September 9th, pre orders started on the 13th, and it's been available in stores since September 20th. So, yeah, you can go out and get one right now. And now for the number everyone wants to know: how much does it cost? The standard iPhone 16 starts at $799. That's actually the same price as last year, which is pretty interesting. And that price really sets the stage for everything else we're about to talk about. All right, let's pop the hood and look at the new engine powering this thing. Apple is making some huge claims about its new A18 chip. And let me tell you, its purpose is about way more than just a simple speed boost. So, right at the heart of this phone is the new Apple A18 chip. Now, you're going to hear the term 3 nanometer process thrown around. All you really need to know is that's just a fancy way of saying it's built to be way more powerful and more energy efficient than ever. So, how much faster are we talking? Well, compared to the chip from just a couple of years back, you're looking at a 30% boost in overall speed and a massive 40% jump in graphics. Now, that is an upgrade you're definitely going to feel, especially in games. But what does all that power actually get you? This is the key. That A18 chip is the brain behind Apple Intelligence. Their new AI features. It handles all that on the device itself. Plus, it brings support for super fast Wi-Fi 7 and bumps the RAM up to 8 gigs for smoother multitasking. Okay, let's talk about the camera, because this is probably the biggest change for the standard iPhone this year. And what's interesting is it's not just about better sensors, it's about changing the whole physical experience of taking a photo. First off, the specs themselves got a really nice bump. The main sensor is now a 48-megapixel beast. The ultra-wide lens finally gets autofocus, which means, hello, macro photography. You can get those awesome super close-up shots. And it can capture spatial video, that 3D video for the Apple Vision Pro. But honestly, that's not even the main story here. The biggest, most fundamental change to how you use the camera is the fact that there are now 2 new physical buttons. Now, it's super important to know these 2 buttons do very different things. You've got the Action button, which is that customizable shortcut for all sorts of stuff. But then you have the brand new Camera Control button, and its job is one thing and one thing only: taking photos and videos. And check out how this new button works, because it's meant to feel just like a real camera. A light press, it opens the camera app. A double press brings up your settings. A full hard press snaps the photo. And if you press and hold, you start recording video. It's designed to be super intuitive right from the get-go. Okay, so all that new tech is wrapped up in a new body. So let's talk about the outside, the part you'll actually be holding and looking at all day. The overall build is going to feel familiar, but it's definitely been refined. We're talking an aluminum frame with that super tough ceramic shield glass on the front. It's got top-notch IP68 water resistance, and this year it comes in 6 different colors, including a really nice new ultramarine and teal. What about battery life? Well, it gets a solid boost. The regular iPhone 16 can handle about 22 hours of straight video playback. But if you're a power user and you need a true all-day and then some champion, the bigger iPhone 16 Plus pushes that all the way up to 27 hours. That's a big difference. Okay, so let's put it all together. We've talked about the new chip, those really cool new camera controls, the design. Now it's time for the final takeaway. Who is this phone actually for? Who should go out and buy it? So, just to recap the highlights at a glance, we've got that $799 starting price, the new A18 chip running the show, a 6.1-inch display, that new dual camera system, and solid battery life that'll get you through the day, no problem. But it's just as important to know what you're not getting with the standard model, because if you decide to step up to the iPhone 16 Pro, you get an even faster A18 Pro chip, a dedicated 5x telephoto zoom lens, and that buttery smooth 120Hz ProMotion display. And yeah, that's still a feature the standard model is missing. And you know what? That lines up perfectly with what we're hearing from reviewers. Everyone is praising the great battery life, that awesome new camera button, and the A18's performance. But the big complaints? They're always the same two things you get with the Pro, that high refresh rate display and the telephoto zoom lens. So here's the bottom line. The iPhone 16 is a really powerful phone, no doubt about it. And it has a genuinely innovative new way to take photos. But it also makes some very clear trade-offs to keep that price at $799. So the big question, after looking at everything, is for you to decide, is this the right balance of features and price for what you need?